Welcome to GeoTactile Solutions training video covering shared output settings for GeoJot Plus. Here we're going to be working in the tab number 6 here, shared output settings. And these are all the different settings we're going to be going through here that help us configure what our reports look like. So to see our reports, let's go back to Project Manager, and I'll show you a few here that I've already created for this particular project. We're going to be able to create PDFs in a condensed and standard format, Word documents in the same condensed and standard formats, which mirror and look exactly like the PDF document, but in a Word document format, as well as a standard web page. And we also have contact sheets. So let's take a look at what these look like. So a standard PDF document, again the Word document looks very similar. We're going to have a large overview map here. We're going to have places for our logos and naming the report. And after that, we're going to be able to see our watermarked or our photos with supporting maps. And a page after that, we'll have our attribute data table. The condensed PDF, same information but displayed a little bit differently. The cover page or the title page is the same, but all the photos are represented in a smaller format, have smaller supporting maps, and the attribute tables are a little more condensed in size as well, allowing for more photos per page. The contact sheet is even more condensed than that, and basically brings everything onto one page or subsequent pages if necessary based on number of photos. But again, we have our logos, our report title, our supporting maps, and then all of our images. And here on the contact sheet we're also able to use a background image if you'd like. We also create a standard web page. And here we're using the same information over again, but this time we're using a dynamic map. So we can pan and zoom or zoom out to see our map a little bit better. And here if we hover over one of the thumbtacks, we can click on the image on the thumbnail and it'll bring up the larger watermarked image with its supporting map, which of course is dynamic, and its attribute table. So let's go back into our shared output settings and see how we can create all of the format here for our reports. So under the photo information, we're going to work with our watermarked photos, the original, and the thumbnails. And we can select the size for each one of those. We can also name the photo or give the photo a title and a photo comment that reside above and below the photo. And to show you where that is again, this is the photo's title and the comment. So moving on now to the title page, we've got two locations for logos in the upper left and upper right. We have our report title and subtitle and any other information you want to put in there, maybe address or the name of the individual responsible for the report and the contact information. You can also put in a background image, and here's where I've put in the background image for the contact sheet. There's our background image in the contact sheet. Again, this is our photo's title and our supporting maps. And moving on to the static maps, this is our overview map and our background maps, what types and the size and the zoom level we're going to be using for each of those. So here in the overview map, I'm using a Google Hybrid. I've got it sized here with a zoom level of high. Our background maps, map 1 and 2, I'm using a Google Hybrid and a USGS topo map. You can also install custom maps. And the icon I'm using is one that I've uploaded specifically, or you can use the installed icons that come with the program. Here I've also selected to rotate the icon based on the heading, since most of the photos that we use do have compass heading on them. Moving on to the attribute table, this is where we're going to be able to select which attributes we want to have displayed in our report. And again, we can select here and deselect on the right hand side. Moving on to the renaming photos, this is where we're going to be able to rename the photo based on our attribute data. And a preview exists down below. So back into our project manager to take a look at some of these spots again. Here's our condensed PDF. If we go back to the title page, we have our logos, our report title, our overview map. Here's our special icon that we had uploaded, and it's orienting according to the heading of within the attribute data. Here's our attribute tables with all the information that we selected. This is one of our supporting maps and our watermarked photo with the title and comment below it as well. Go back to the contact sheet. Again, there's our background image and all of our supporting information, to include our USGS topo map on this one. And on our web pages, again, we have our dynamic map with our images, and then our supporting maps and attribute data tables. And that wraps up this training video. Thank you.